What's up YouTube, Dad here from Zephyr Wargames, and we're back here with Joe. And just like last time when he brought you Rockets, he's now bringing you, of course, Cyberse, so the complete opposite to the Rockets. They are the counterparts in the most current anime. So, without further ado, Joe, show us what he's got, and it is updated with the ban list. So the one casualty, or the main casualty, was of course Firewall Dragon.
Yep.
But in this deck, it can adapt because they have got so many Cyberse monsters and Link monsters. So Joe, show us what you've got.
So, we got the free Balancer Lord, which is like probably one of your best monster. Still, you can pay 1,000 and get an additional normal summon of a Cyberse. And then if it's banished by any means from anywhere, you get to special summon one level 4 lower monster from your hand. The new edition, which is Bit Looper. So Bit Trooper or whatever, I can't really pronounce it. So yeah, Bit Trooper. You can discard a level 2 or lower monster from your hand to the graveyard and special summon this card from your hand. You can use one once per turn. So it's just a nice way to get certain monsters into your graveyard for free special summons. Unfortunately, we can't unlock its full combo potential until we get Cyberse Gadget, but hopefully they'll keep that in the next structure deck. Next we have the free Draconet still, along with his counterparts of 2 Digis and 1 Bit. This ratio is completely up to you, but I think playing 3 is just a nice little number, but you can either go for more defense with 2 Bits and 1 Digi, or more offensive with 2 Digis, or if you just literally want to go 3 of only one of them, it's completely up to you, but I like to have a little mix. The 2 cards to combo with the Bit Trooper is the Stack Reviver and Dot Scaper. These are just additional nice monsters to discard for a summon, especially Stack Reviver, and even more of this guy actually, because you can just special summon him from the graveyard. 2 Backup Secretaries and 1 Lincoln for Fire. Backup Secretary, you can literally go 2 to 3, it's completely up to you, but I think this ratio is just quite nice, so I don't want to clog too much on Stack Reviver. Backup Secretary, because you can only use it once per turn. But Lincoln for Fire is a nice one of, just because for the Link plays and the arrows. I played 2 ROMs and 2 RAMs. They do provide different scenarios. ROM can add 1 from graveyard, a Cyberse from graveyard to your hand, and if it's destroyed, you can special summon 1 from the deck. Yeah, 1 level 4 lower. And Ram Cloud, yeah, you can tribute a Cyberse, special summon any Cyberse from your graveyard, including Firewall Dragon. So that's actually quite nice. The recycles. And then to round up the monster, I played 2 Link Slayers and 1 Boot Staggered. Link Slayer is just a nice free summon. And he's also nice back row hate as well. And Boot Staggered is just a nice additional summon if you normal summon a Cyberse. You can also generate tokens if he deals damage, so that's quite nice. For the spells, I play 3 Signet Backdoors. You've got to play 3 Signet Backdoors. It's a nice way to escape your monsters from certain destructions, while also deck thinning, being a rotor, and then you can also end games by giving the monster ability to attack directly when it comes back. The 2 Gold Sarcophagus to banish the Balancer Lords from the deck and get his summon off, as well as just deck thinning and just searching things you need. I still like the 1 Reasoning in the deck because literally levels are all over the place. You've got 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. They're literally all over the place. You should probably never be able to call this correctly. So 1 Reasoning is just really nice. 1 Monster Reborn. 2 Scapegoats. It's just a brilliant way to generate tokens for your Link summons. But I still like the 2 one-time passcodes, just because sometimes you may need just only 1, but also one-time passcode can be used during your turn, while Scapegoat really cannot. And then to round up spells, I do play 1 Dark Hole. For traps, I only play 3 traps, but 4, if it makes any sense. So I only play 1 Warning, because it's standard. 2 Recoded Lives, just because we did gain an extra code talker in this set, so we have more targets for Recoded Live, and it's just a really nice, easy way to get Link monsters onto the board. And 1 Paolo Port Armor. So this is a super from the special edition, but it's a common in the main set. You can target Link monster you control, equip it with this card. Your opponent cannot target that equipped monster with card effects, also cannot be destroyed by battle. You can banish this card from your graveyard and 2 Link monsters from your graveyard, then target 1 Link monster you control. It can make a second attack during the battle phase this turn. So
would you update that to Judgment, I'm assuming? Or is there a particular reason why you're not playing Judgment?
You can completely do that because
Judgment's better.
Yeah, Judgment hits more, and the only thing that's costing you life points in this deck is the Balance Lord, but he's only dropping you by 1,000, so Judgment is completely free. If you have Judgments, play it over Warning because it literally hits everything. So yeah, the Power Port Armor gives your big monsters protection, especially your Firewall. You can literally make Firewall like a kind of Warlord in a way, being untargetable, but also, if they get rid of it, it's got a graveyard effect, you can just set it, and if it gets popped, it's no worries. So that's the main deck. For the extra deck, as you all saw, one Firewall Dragon. He is expensive still, but he is dropping down in price, and he will get reprinted because he is a protagonist card, and that's the power of protagonist cards, they always get reprinted. Look at Utopia. But yeah, Firewall, if you haven't, play him. If you don't, literally just focus on Decode Talker. You can then just make it deck like Decode Turbo and just pump him up to high attack points and just deal massive damage. If you don't have the Firewall, I'd probably put a second Encode Talker for that. Also, the one Xcode Talker. Now, Xcode Talker requires 2+ Cyberse, and when it's linked summoned, you can choose unused main monster zones equal to the number of monsters currently in the extra monster zones. Those zones cannot be used while this card is face up on the field. You can only use the effect of Xcode once per turn. Monsters this card points to gain 500 attack. Also, they cannot be destroyed by card effects. So he does give monsters protection. He does point up and sideways. So he's a nice like second link to make. So he is pretty good. He is pretty good. But you mostly use him just because of Recoded Alive, more targets. For the remaining link 3s, I do play a Tri-Gate Wizard, one Gaia Saber, and one of the new Vector Scale Archfiend. When he destroys a monster by battle and sends it to graveyard, you contribute one monster's card points to, and special summon that destroyed monster to any zone this card points to. If you special summon it to your opponent's field, which is people does point upwards, this monster can attack again. So that's actually pretty good. And he's 2 and 400. For the link 2s, we do play the one Underclock Taker, which is really nice if you have to go for the budget. Decode Turbo can do a lot of damage with him. One Flame Administer, all Cyber, all Link monsters, I think, yeah, all Link monsters getting at 800 attack points, you can only control one. So on his own, he becomes 2,000. You can make Decode 20. You can make him 31, and if he does point to him, he becomes like a 36. He's pretty good. Proxy Dragon, standard. Honeybot, I still like him. And 3 Link Spiders, because you will be going into Link Spider like every game and a lot of times. And that's the deck.
So as you can see, quite straightforward, but very, very simple, very, very cheap in regards to not having to rely on Firewall as much. Like it can be done without Firewall.
If you have it, it helps a lot.
Yeah, of course. But when you're getting stuff like, you know, Decode, Xcode, Encode, you know, all codes are coming in like main sets or coming in Structured X.
Power Code is the next one. And
yeah,
he does a lot of damage.
So it actually gives you a lot to play with and a lot to work with. So it's not actually that hard to build, and it's definitely a fun deck to play around with. But hope this helps. Hope this gives you a couple of ideas of using it for your own build, or maybe adapting it into, you know, kind of anything you need to make it play the same style that you want to play. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys. As always, happy dueling. Also, YouTube, thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. And of course, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button in the bottom left-hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. We've got more deck profiles, duels, pack openings, and many more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up for you all year round. So don't forget to stay tuned for all of that. Thanks, and as always, guys, happy dueling.